Women mate across dominance hierarchies and up, socioeconomically speaking. And on average, across cultures, women go for men who are about 4 to 5 years older. You know, it varies. In the Scandinavian countries, that's shrunk a little bit, but not that much. And in other cultures, it's bigger. I would say that depends to some degree on difficulty of establishing economic independence. Because in richer countries, it's easier to have enough economic independence if you're a male to be a useful participant in the process of having children. But it doesn't matter, cross-culturally, it's still across and up, where men mate across and down. They don't care much about socioeconomic status. It doesn't seem to be part of their selection method, generally speaking. I think that part of that is also the ability of women to select for male health. It's something like that, because it isn't only that, because if you're healthy and energetic, you're much more likely to be successful, because it's very hard to be successful if you're ill, obviously, because the competition's just too high. And both genders, both sexes select each other for attractiveness, both select for intelligence, both select for personality, although there are differences there in terms of what's stressed. Now, one of the things about human beings that's unique is that human females are picky maters. They're choosy. They're also sneaky, because you can't tell when they're ovulating, and with many other female animals, you know. They have hidden ovulation, and they're choosy, and they tend to choose men who are more successful in the dominance hierarchy. Well, there's a shock. I mean, if you have a choice, why not? If you pick someone who's at the bottom of the competence hierarchy, well, that's probably not going to work out very well for you. And since women bear the burden of reproduction, it's perfectly reasonable for them to search out someone who's going to be helpful. So, productive, fair, generous. And you know, when you think of a dominance hierarchy, you might think, well, it's the powerful guy, the aggressive guy, say, that rises to the top of the dominance hierarchy. And that's not true. It's not even true among chimps. Like, you can get a chimp tyrant, but then what happens is other chimps gang up on him and tear him to pieces. And they don't do it nicely. They don't do it nicely. And the chimps that tend to maintain their dominance for long periods of time have a pretty wide network of friends, roughly speaking, with whom they engage in reciprocal interactions like grooming, and they actually pay a lot of positive attention to the female chimps, who have their own hierarchy, by the way, and to their offspring. So they're like baby kissing politicians. You know, and it's certainly the case that female humans prefer creative men. So, and no wonder, of course, we wouldn't be creative if that wasn't the case. So then imagine that there's two primary forces of evolutionary selection operating on us, and they're not really the natural world, which is what people always think, like the environment, you know, the animals and the trees and nature. But it isn't nature that selected us. It's two other things. Well, partly. It's two other things. So one is the dominance hierarchy. The male dominance hierarchy is one of the primary mechanisms of selection. So it's like women are faced with a hard choice, which guy to go after, right? That's a hard choice. And so what that means, at least in part, is that we have adapted to be better and better at attaining status in dominance hierarchies over God only knows how long a period of time. And that doesn't mean just power. You know, it might mean cognitive flexibility, because you could imagine dominance hierarchy A, dominance hierarchy B, dominance hierarchy C. Okay, so if you're really successful, you climb up dominance hierarchy A. Right, but B and C, no, if you happen to land in those, you'd just be a failure. So, then you could say, the ideal human being is someone who can climb to the top of a dominance hierarchy, no matter what the dominance hierarchy is. We've evolved such that success across the set of possible dominance hierarchies is the target. And I think that's why we have general intelligence.
1. Confidence, not arrogance. Why it's desirable. Confidence reflects self-assurance and emotional stability. A man who is comfortable in his own skin can make others feel more secure around him. How to develop. Practice self-awareness, improve your skills in areas of interest, and set achievable goals to build genuine confidence. 2. Emotional intelligence. Why it's desirable. Women appreciate men who can understand and manage their own emotions while empathizing with others. Emotional intelligence fosters healthier communication and stronger connections. How to develop. Listen actively, be open to feedback, and work on understanding your own feelings. Third, sense of humor. Why it's desirable. A good sense of humor lightens stressful moments and creates memorable, joyful experiences. How to develop. Be playful, don't take yourself too seriously, and stay open to finding humor in everyday situations. 4. Ambition and purpose. Why it's desirable. Ambition shows drive, focus, and a desire to achieve something meaningful. A man with a purpose is often seen as inspiring. How to develop. Set clear life goals, work towards them consistently, and stay motivated by tracking your progress. 5. Respectfulness. Why it's desirable. Respect is the foundation of any strong relationship. Women value men who treat others with kindness and dignity. How to develop. Be mindful of others' opinions, show appreciation, and practice good manners in all interactions. 6. Reliability. Why it's desirable. Reliability builds trust. A dependable man is someone others can count on, which is crucial for long-term partnerships. How to develop. Honor your commitments, be punctual, and follow through on promises. 7. Authenticity. Why it's desirable. Women appreciate men who are genuine and honest about who they are. Authenticity fosters trust and deeper emotional connections. How to develop. Stay true to your values, express your thoughts openly, and avoid pretending to be someone you're not. 8. Physical and mental health. Why it's desirable. Taking care of yourself shows self-respect and discipline. A healthy lifestyle also enhances energy and attractiveness. How to develop. Exercise regularly, eat well, and practice mindfulness or stress management techniques. 9. Supportiveness. Why it's desirable. A supportive man encourages a woman to pursue her dreams and helps her through challenges. How to develop. Be attentive, listen without judgment, and offer encouragement or practical help when needed. 10. Good communication skills. Why it's desirable. Clear and respectful communication helps avoid misunderstandings and strengthens the bond between partners. How to develop. Practice active listening, express yourself clearly, and learn to handle conflicts maturely. 11th. Passion. Why it's desirable. Whether it's a hobby, career, or cause, passion is attractive because it shows enthusiasm for life. How to develop. Identify what excites you, pursue it wholeheartedly, and share your passion with others. 12. Integrity. Why it's desirable. Integrity means being honest and having strong moral principles. It's a trait that fosters trust and admiration. How to develop. Be honest in your dealings, stand up for what you believe in, and be consistent in your values.